This is KSL Sunday Edition with Deanie Wimmer.
This week on Sunday Edition, a new strike group looking to get Utah students excited about careers in STEM. A look at the interactive approach. Plus,
we have seen a huge increase in the number of people reaching out for help.
The new mental health resources that are helping save lives in Utah. But first, a new affordable housing community opens in Utah's most expensive place to live.
We really care about providing housing for our workforce, for those who are teaching in our schools, for those that are on the front lines.
What makes this development so unique, and how it's expected to build more than just homes? 35,000 starter homes to be built over the course of 5 years. That's the goal of Utah Governor Spencer Cox. And this week, one new development helped chip away at it. We were there as the ribbon was cut on the massive affordable housing initiative for essential workers just outside of Park City. Innovation Park at Francis Commons will be the spot for affordable housing in Summit County.
This is an exciting day to celebrate what is one of the most, in my opinion, important affordable projects that have been built in Summit County in quite a while.
The ability to have full-time residents here in Francis that are able to afford to live here, to work here, raise their families here, that builds a sense of community that a second home community does not build.
The new development built in the middle of the most expensive real estate market in the state.
It's been difficult to have people live here and work here at the same time.
Check out the numbers. The median home price in Summit County is more than $1.6 million. Utah's statewide median home price is between $500,000 and $564,000. 86% of Utah renters say they want to buy but can't afford it, forcing many who work in Summit County to commute more than 60 minutes every day.
Traditionally, there's been a lot of folks who live here and commute to Salt Lake, and I think we've actually seen a switch now where a lot of folks are living in Salt Lake and commuting to Summit County for work, which is a bit of a switch. And so, you know, to have people, teachers that teach in the school here in Camas that live here in Francis, and I think that's super important, have them a part of the community. It's not just the police officers, it's the firefighters and the teachers and, you know, contractors and all those people that are really building the community, you know, from the foundation up, are able to stay here, and I think that's important.
The goal of the new development is to give essential workers like teachers and emergency responders the opportunity to afford a home in the community they serve.
I'm a lot more excited about seeing a community like this where we have 64 townhomes for sale from the 460s. We have 30 single-family homes that sold in the low 600s. And then we have 16 affordable set-aside rental units that are gorgeous. And it shows everyone that when we focus on housing affordability, it doesn't mean that we can't have really attractive stuff.
Innovation Park at Francis Commons is made up of 110 new builds, both single-family homes and townhomes. A new affordable community that falls right in line with Governor Cox's goal to build 35,000 starter homes in 5 years.
This is a big deal. You know, whatever we can do to support the governor in his efforts to get more first-time home buyers into houses is a big deal for us. And up here, we've seen a lot of our buyers be first-time home buyers or first-time move-up. Buying houses in the 400s to the 600s in Summit County is a real value. And it's been exciting to see those families have that opportunity.
An ambitious benchmark, but one both builders and city leaders agree is important.
This is a little bit of a first of its kind, and hopefully not the last. You know, we want to see some attainable housing included in a lot of these projects. And so that's kind of some of the things we've been pushing with developers. And as projects come, we talk about, you know, including an attainable or affordable housing component in each project.
If we don't find a place for those who are, you know, working here and making it happen, if we don't really cater to those people that are living here full time, then we really see big problems. As those people have enormous commutes, they're not engaged in the community where they're serving, and it's just not healthy overall.
Exciting to see progress. You may remember just a couple of months ago, we did a deep dive here on Sunday Edition on Utah's affordable housing puzzle. We learned 5,100 homes were built in the first 12 months after the governor announced his plan to build 35,000 starter homes. Leaders shared with us then that they were adding starter condos to the plan in an effort to give first-time homebuyers more opportunities to invest and to get into the housing market. You can watch our original report by going to KSLTV.com or our KSL YouTube channel.
He was an iconic individual, unique in his views and what he did, a visionary, showed a lot of leadership, put his money where his mouth was and is, really led out on environmental issues and preserving of the arts.
That was former Utah Governor Gary Herbert talking about Robert Redford's influence that went beyond Hollywood, from the Sundance Film Festival to arts, education, and protecting the environment. Governor Herbert says Redford shaped Utah's identity. Robert Redford died at his home near the Sundance Resort on Tuesday. He passed away in his sleep at the age of 89. His love of Utah began decades ago, and this state always remained close to his heart. Here's art specialist Carol Makita.
My wife is from Provo, and I was introduced to the area through her and her family, and I've always been very impressed with it. And quite a few years ago decided that I wanted to make permanent roots there.
At a 1973 news conference, Robert Redford announced plans to develop what was then known as Timp Haven, eventually the Sundance Resort, making his love of Utah a reality. Early on, that love grew into a desire to protect the state's natural beauty. In the 1990s, he signed 150,000 letters seeking support for the Southern Utah Wilderness Alliance.
My own interest is to see economic development coincide with preserving an asset that is so rare that you can't find it anywhere in the world, let alone the United States.
Many times, Robert Redford gave us at KSL exclusive access. In 1991, he was directing A River Runs Through It in Livingston, Montana. He was inspired to make a film after reading the book.
When I read the first line, I knew I was in for something, and which was, in our family, there was no clear line between fly fishing and religion. So I thought any book with a beginning like that's got to be worth reading, and it was a beautiful, beautiful, powerful story.
On here for you.
A young Brad Pitt played one of the brothers. Pitt and Elizabeth McGovern, who was in Redford's Ordinary People, and Scarlett Johansson from The Horse Whisperer were all Redford protégés. While others were making sci-fi adventure blockbusters, Robert Redford always remembered why he chose this profession.
I think no matter what the phase we're in there will always be time and space for just a well-told story.
When I first started this, I was told that it would fail.
In 1985, he took over a fledgling film festival in Utah.
And I'd be standing out on the street and trying to get people to come into the theater.
Not everyone understood his vision.
The reason for having the film festival here is that I honestly believe that Utah can benefit from more sophistication having to do with the arts.
Even with his star status, Robert Redford had challenges finding funding for his films. He believed other filmmakers should have a voice.
Our mission has remained the same since the very beginning, and that is creating a platform for artists, independent artists, to show their work.
The festival grew in popularity, but also in hype and swag. Redford constantly tried to bring the focus back.
We have to work harder and harder to point to the fact that this is about the filmmakers. This is about their work and us showing their work to you.
Robert Redford combined a passion for filmmaking with his love of this state to create a unique and successful showcase. He endorsed moving the Sundance Film Festival to Boulder, Colorado in 2027, thanking the state of Utah for its support over the years. And he sold the Sundance Mountain Resort in 2020, but put more than 300 acres into permanent protection in partnership with Utah Open Lands.
I came here because of the beauty. I came here because of the state's particular history, the pioneer history. So I wanted to preserve that at Sundance, but also I wanted to add something that would create a new dimension.
Robert Redford leaves a rich international legacy, but his vision for film and love of nature were deeply rooted in Utah. Carol Makita, KSL 5 News.
Thank you, Carol. Still to come on Sunday Edition, STEM Fest takes over Sandy, the group that's going interactive to try to get more students interested in the field. But first, getting help during a mental health crisis, the new resources available to all Utahns and how they're already being used.